We read the Tsukihime manga.
Oh, look, it's a redhead.
Nope.
That doesn't...
Blonde?
Yeah.
It's... I don't know, maybe it's the color of your book, but that's pretty orange.
It's supposed to be blonde.
Oh, well, it's very orange.
I mean,
maybe it's
even
just the
in
color of your
anime,
book.
It's kind of orange.
Which is very yellow, and I can approve.
Yeah, that is an old book. It's not... I think it's early 2000s.
That feels
It came out
about
around
right.
the time of the anime.
Yeah, that feels about right. 2004.
Yeah.
The English translation copyright 2005. So
this predates the Fate Stay Night anime, the original.
yeah, it does. I like this.
We've talked over we've done the anime on the channel before, by the way. So
Oh, yeah, it's coming out the same week as this.
true.
I like this.
I'm actually surprised.
I'll be honest. It's a lot easier to read through a story like this and enjoy it than it was to watch the anime, which wasn't terrible, but you know, for me it's easier to read through mangas. You know?
Yeah.
Mangas always have the benefit that it's shorter, and so I can get through it faster, which means I don't linger on it as long, because I read super fast, so it's not as if it's sitting in my head bothering me.
True.
For an extended period of time. It moves pretty fast. And I like the whole, cutting through things. And
it's a lot easier to visualize here, because they can actually take a minute to be like, oh, that's how that works.
Yeah, and I like the part where they're just like, how did you break the table? And he's like, I cut it. And they're like, you can't do that.
It's kind of like the Muses killing things with the strings. Or that's the Muses, right?
Yeah, the Fates.
The Fates,
not the Muses.
Except
Lotho.
everywhere.
Yeah, Clotho and the other two, the cutting the string. One weaves the thread, one creates the thread, one cuts the thread. Yeah.
For anyone that hasn't read this manga before, it's technically an adaptation of the Arcade route, but it's going to follow the anime closer, so it's more like a fleshed out version of the anime, which it does really help the anime's plot, because this one volume is like 2 episodes in the anime.
Yeah. Which it's interesting. Wood Smash.
Nervicture.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. My brain was like, okay. He reminded me of, was it Arcade we talked about in a Reacts or something?
In a Reacts we talked about the Knight of Wallachia.
Yeah, and I was like, Wood Smash for him too?
Yeah.
Wood Smash for him too. Yeah. Also, I just love the fact that he's all, and then ends up cowering and, terrified still at certain points. Just like, this boy is the equivalent of emo in human form.
It was actually really hard to track this. This was like a $50 manga for me to get.
Christ.
I grabbed it because I didn't mind having the first volume, but there is no way in hell I'm getting the rest of this physically.
Oh, so it's like Katekyo Hitman Reborn for me.
It's completely out of print.
Yep, out of print, super expensive to acquire copies of. Yeah.
Yeah, I read most of this digitally, all of it digitally, actually, the first time I read this.
Bring back out of print manga.
Seriously.
Bring back out of print manga.
It's like one of the few things from Type Moon that's localized in the West.
English. And it's out of print. Is it?
I don't know who published it. You'll have to go into the actual manga itself to look at the publishing information.
Let's see. Because I am curious now. Dr. Master Publications. Sorry.
It's not a big publication.
I'm still curious, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, Dr. Master. Let's see. All right, Dr. Master. It was an American distributor of manga and manhwa. Founded in 2004, defunct, folded in 2009. Its headquarters were in Fremont, California, and it published, let's see, just trying to see if, okay, Tsukihime. I actually don't recognize any of the other works that it had in regular. Oh, it published a lot of Chinese shit, too. Interesting.
This is not one of the big publishers. For
no. This did not have a lot of imprints. They had very little. And it looks like their big series were Onegai Twins, which did have an anime adaptation. Oh, yeah, I know. That looks like something.
It didn't, I saw they did Tsukihime. Did it list that they did Melty Blood? No, they did, because this is only English publishing, right?
Yeah, only English.
Okay. Melty Blood either was never localized or it was interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So they didn't publish much, but yeah. Okay. They were only in operation for 5 years, so no wonder it's out of print.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a reason I got that, and it looked as old as it did.
Yeah. Okay. I get it now. I get it. But yeah. This was nice. I like this. It was easy to read. Easy to follow. I like the way that they did the lines and the cutting. I think a lot better in this format visually.
It worked better as a manga than it did with the anime.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we need to go over the story? I mean, they're getting the same exact story synopsis
In the anime review. I mean, suffice to say, it is pretty funny that boy is just like, what could I chop up? And starts chopping. That's pretty funny. I mean, I get it. I did like the moment where he kind of he got out of the hospital, right? Mm-hmm. And he was kind of looking up at the sky, and he was like, he kind of is afraid of the sky and other things appearing with lines in it.
It's like, I can kill that.
Yeah, but he's like, I don't what would happen if I did it to a human? And then he does it. There's a moment where he contemplates what would happen if I were to see these lines in the sky, would I destroy the world, sort of thing?
Would I kill the ozone layer?
Yeah. What would the lines in the sky mean? I know what the lines in the building meant. I saw them collapse, and I heard it.
It's very existential,
yeah.
Knowing you can kill something that easily.
But, should you? Do you want to?
How long can you hold back that curiosity, though?
Yeah, I gotta admit, curiosity killed the cat, and
would you end the world just because you're like, wait, is that how that would work?
I mean, I feel like I wouldn't end the world, but I probably want to try cutting something living. Just to see, you have to try eventually.
In the manga, I think he does eventually kill a bug or something in front of his mentor.
Yeah.
Hoko.
Yeah. And you're just kind of, ooh, well, that's
interesting. I might be mixing up the manga and the anime here because we watched the anime so recently. But I'm pretty sure it was the manga where he cuts up a bug and Aoko just hits him and tells him not to do that again.
Yeah, it's a concept that freaks me out a little, Just cut here on these lines and you'll be able to kill anything, Absolutely anything. It doesn't really matter what it's made of or how strong it is or anything. I don't like that. I don't like that idea very much. I'm not a fan of it.
And yet we know for a fact 3 people in Type Moon have that ability.
Yeah.
Wait, are you considered Shiki and Shiki Alter one person or 2 people?
There's no Shiki Alter born.
Okay.
There's just a lot of Shikis.
Yep.
Looking at the advertised other manga.
For the other shit they publish, yeah, what the fuck, my guys?
Never heard of any of that shit.
No. Actually, I've heard of this now that I've seen
What's that one?
But I've seen this art. This
Oh.
Stelvia. Yeah. Definitely seen that. Anyways,
I like the artwork in the manga, though. The artwork is pretty well done.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Even though it is yellowing a bit, the black and white of the manga really does complement the tone of it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Also, I just opened this page randomly and step on me, mommy.
You might want to actually show them.
Look at them eyes. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think that's about it here. It's
watch our anime review on the same thing.
See the night and day reactions.
Yeah. With that being said, we'll see you back here next time with more books off of the bookcase. Comment, subscribe.